Hello everyone, hello everyone. This is the first novel. This is the first novel I ever released called The Swordsman and the Philosopher. It is available on Amazon now. You could look for The Swordsman and the Philosopher on Amazon, or if you can't find it, go to Google and type Andres Baca Books, A-N-D-R-E-S space B as in boy, A-C-A as it says here, space books. On Google Andres Baca Books, and then you will see a link, an Amazon link that says Andre Baca Books. Click on that link and scroll down until you find The Swordsman and the Philosopher, and Captain Zero, and Phantom Zero, and The Barber's Daughter, my short story, and Capitan Quito, my other short story, and Captain Zero, my novelette, and Phantom Zero, my other novel, which is longer than this. If you read my novels, please read Captain Zero first, then this one second, even though this is the first one that was published, and Phantom Zero third. Captain Zero first, The Swordsman and the Philosopher second, and Phantom Zero third. And yes, if you like ugly duckling sci-fi, inspirational ugly duckling sci-fi, then you will love The Swordsman and the Philosopher. And I will tell you what it's about briefly, yes. I think you will really love this book if you love ugly duckling sci-fi, yes. And beautiful woman stories, beautiful Asian woman, etc., yes. In the distant future, The Swordsman and the Philosopher. Synopsis. In the distant future, the Shadow Protectorate, the government which controls the moon, and the Principality of Hyde, the government which controls the earth, fight a desperate and horrifying war for the last fertile female in existence. Sol Thales is the Shadow Protectorate's greatest soldier, a handsome, arrogant womanizer who enjoys mistreating and belittling unattractive men. Prince Glaucon, ruler of the powerful forces of Hyde, burned while still in his mother's womb by a raid conducted by Thales, spends a vast amount of resources to capture him. One day, he finally does, and as punishment, Glaucon orders a group of plastic surgeons to purposely disfigure Thales so that the once handsome soldier will experience firsthand what it feels like to be reviled for one's appearance. Sol Thales is a hero of this story. However, Glaucon's chief scientist and his assistant have been secretly developing a time machine to bring back many fertile women from the distant past to repopulate this future Earth. They break the now severely disfigured Thales out of Glaucon's custody and send them back in time to complete their mission. But as he is sent back, Glaucon's forces invade. The time machine gets damaged, and Thales gets so banged up on the crash landing that he loses all memory of who he is. Meanwhile, in the distant past, on present-day Earth, Wallace Mack is a short, balding, frumpy, overweight, 45-year-old virgin who has no love from the world and no luck with women. Wallace is a hero of this story. He goes to dance clubs full of young and nubile ladies, but is laughed at because he sticks out like a sore thumb. In Wallace's term paper for his philosophy class, he proposes the following theory. If you put an ugly guy next to a sufficiently uglier guy, you can even make Quasimodo look like Cary Grant. But Wallace feels guilty about actually putting his theory into practice. This is despite the fact that life is on a downward spiral for Wallace. One day, when climbing up a bridge to commit suicide, Wallace passes by a hungry, homeless man. Wallace buys him food. Just as the man says thank you, Wallace turns around and a gust of wind blows the hood off of the man's head, revealing a hideous and disfigured face. This is the once but no longer handsome Sol Thales. Wallace considers that this may be his golden chance to test his theory and finally get a hot woman for himself. But initially, Wallace decides that this would be unethical, and climbs back up to position to prepare to commit suicide. Yet when he sees Thales desperately trying to get the remaining crumbs of his meal, Wallace morally justifies the situation by telling himself that if he helps Thales without the latter's awareness, in exchange for using him to help him win his dream woman's heart, it wouldn't be that bad. In fact, he would actually be doing a good deed along the way. But Thales is gradually recovering his memory, and also his old personality, becoming as arrogant and as prideful as ever despite his disfigurement. In fact, Thales seems to be even blissfully unaware of his disfigurement, and what will happen if he catches on to Wallace's own selfish schemes. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to both of them, an assassin dispatched by the Principality of Hyde is closing in to track Thales down, kill him, and take from him schematics which can be used to initiate a large-scale invasion of modern-day Earth, the likes of which mankind has never witnessed, the might of which no military force on Earth can stop. Will Wallace Mack finally win the heart of a gorgeous lady? And if he does, will it come at the cost of losing his only friend? With breathtaking action sequences in enormous peak-hour downtown Miami transit terminals, epic sword duels, and a massive invasion from the future, two unlikely partners have to fight to save the world. But is the world that rejected them really worth saving? So if you like that synopsis, please get The Swordsman and the Philosopher, now available on Amazon. Once more, you could search for The Swordsman and the Philosopher on Amazon, or search for, on Google, search for Andres Baca Books, and then you will find a link that says Andre Baca. I don't know why it says Andre Baca, but it says Andre Baca Books. And then click on that link, scroll down, and you will find my books. Some books that are not mine are listed there, but all my books are listed there. And you will find The Swordsman and the Philosopher. And if you like this, please check my other videos so you can see the synopses for my other stories. Captain Zero, Escape from Earth. Captain Zero, which is published now as a novelette. The Swords, Phantom Zero, which is published now as a novel. And yes. And if you like beautiful women in swords, beautiful Asian women, you will like The Swordsman and the Philosopher. And if you like losers who become heroes, you will like The Swordsman and the Philosopher. If you like inspirational stories like Rocky, you will like The Swordsman and the Philosopher. So please help me have success. Please buy these books and let me know what you think. All right, God bless you. Jesus Christ loves you, and peace out.